Yay, we're live. And I didn't lose anybody. Hello, hello, everybody. Happy Monday. Just another technical glitch on SoulPet. Come to expect it. I mean, do I manifest these things because I talk about it, or is it just our soul pets trying to be amusing by messing with technology? All right, hang on a second. Let's get started here. I had to open a second computer. All right. Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to SoulPet. It is Monday night. It's our regular live stream. And I'm kind of doing things a little bit different tonight, but we'll see how it goes from this point forward. But first, I would just like to welcome everybody. I will say hello to all of our channel members in just a moment. But every Monday, we go live here on SoulPet. This is the channel that is dedicated to those of us who have an animal companion at the Rainbow Bridge. To all of us who've been through the loss of one or more animal companions, we are here for you. We are in this together. We support each other. We work through everything with each other. We are, it's just a channel dedicated to us and our soul pets. And we talk about all kinds of things on this channel. It's not just a channel to support the humans who've been left behind. It is a channel where we talk about everything. We talk about signs and messages, and we go down the rabbit hole a little bit. We talk about reincarnation. There's no topic really that's off limits here. And we welcome everybody wherever you happen to be on the journey. So this week I kind of left things open because we started talking about so many things last week that I didn't get to do the little oracle card readings that I wanted to do. So I think we'll do those tonight, because we do that also. One of the ways that we can receive signs and messages from our soul pets on the other side is through something like an oracle card, where we ask them to share with us a message that we wouldn't otherwise think of ourselves. But that's just one way. I saw somebody mention angel numbers. We're going to talk about angel numbers too. But we talk about all of these things here on SoulPet, and you are welcome here. And last week's conversation, really, we welcomed quite a few new people, and it was great to see everybody here. And I hope they jump back on. And yeah, we'll talk about all kinds of things. So nothing is off limits tonight. What I normally do is I sit down, dog hair. That's part of the job, right? I sit down prior to a live stream and I ask to receive from the animal companions on the other side, our beautiful soul pets, what we are most interested in talking about on any given night. And I send that out to the whole group to let you guys know what the topic's going to be. But then I thought, especially after last week's conversation, that maybe for a little while we just need to leave it open and see how the conversation evolves and see what kind of topics come up. And I'm a one-woman show, so my name is Elaine. If you are watching me for the very first time, I started the Soul Pet channel, just a couple years ago. It's been almost 3 years now that I started this, and it was after the passing of my own 3 senior dogs. Lucy and Winston passed together within a week of each other in 2020. Jack passed in 2021. After Lucy crossed, I really kept it to myself, that I knew that I was able to connect with animals on the other side. But then my Lucy didn't let me keep it to myself. And I started to talk about it and I started to share. And I was prompted to share this channel primarily as a way of, I started out doing readings. So I would ask you to send me a picture of your animal companion. It's how I met so many of you, and all of your soul pets: Gary, Potato, Phoebe, Benny, Kai, I get all the names. They'll come to me, and put them in the comments too. Remind me of all of our beautiful animal companions' names. Mew Mew. And I started to do these videos as a way of doing readings for everybody. And then it really evolved into this. It has become this all on its own, not anything I ever set out, planned, or intended. But it's a beautiful place and you are welcome here. Whether you're here for the very first time 10 years from when this live stream is made, or whether you're watching me live, you are so welcome here. And there is no judgment here. We honor your grief wherever you happen to be on your healing journey. All right. I love to say hello to all of my channel members, because they're the ones who offer the most amazing support, and you will find this beautiful community. It's not just me here. It's a beautiful community of people. And yeah, the one-woman show. So I try to keep up with the comments. I already see them scrolling by so fast. So I will try to keep on top of all the comments. And my channel members in particular, you guys know how to get my attention. Just scream it out. Big letters. Elaine, did you miss Cassie's comment? Well, hopefully I won't miss any, but we'll see. So let's say hello, first of all, to all our channel members. Sherry and Sharon, it's great to have you guys here. Kali, awesome to see you here. I'm going to scroll through these real fast and I'll come back and read all the comments. Oh, wait. Let's pick the live chat, not the top chat, so I can make sure I see Donna's comments. Yes, Mew Mew, we miss Cheryl. Hello, Cheryl. We miss you. Cheryl, her handle is Ms. None New York Business, and her schedule has changed so that she can't be here on Monday nights, at least for the time being. But we can't wait till she's back with us. Z, it is great to have you here. Pockets, that's right. Always Pockets was one of the most amazing connections I've ever made. Let's see who else we've got here. I said Sherry. I said Kali. There's Jody. Look, all the comments scroll by really fast when I switch to live chat. I saw Donna's name here for sure. Hello, Donna. And okay, I think that's all of our channel members. Then I do like to go back and say hello to everybody else because I want this to really feel like a community. And can I remember everybody's names? Nope, I don't. I have running lists. From time to time, I come across them. I make a list of names and then I forget them again. So I am Nico's mama. That's another one I remember. But anyway, I love you all and I want you to feel that you're part of this channel and part of this community, even if I can't remember your names. All right, let's go back up and see who else is here. Robbie Dill. So Robbie, we need to know who you are. I say that only half jokingly. I'm so serious. We need to know who you are. We did a Zoom call for channel members on Thursday. And in fact, it was an open Zoom. I wanted anybody who wanted to come to be able to attend. I do those Zooms every once in a while because it's nice to put a name to a face. And if you wanted to actually ask a question or just put yourself out, get to know each other, that's what I do, these Zooms every once in a while. And I get it. Like there's a reason that people watch YouTube videos anonymously because, you know, we kind of want to stay in the wings, so to speak. But I want you to feel welcome here. And I don't want you to ever feel intimidated. I'm going to talk a little bit tonight about myself. I made myself some notes. I'm going to talk a little bit about myself tonight because I want you to know how real I am and how real this channel is. And I am not, I'm so far from like being a formal YouTuber. I'm just a person who is able to use this beautiful tool as a way to help us connect. But I want you to feel part of the community. Anyway, about the Zoom, Robbie, we talked about you. We were like, we have to know who you are. You've become a fixture on the channel with the You Look 18 comment. And if there's ever a Monday night when you don't make it, somebody else puts that comment in for you. Think of Robbie and You Look 18. So we just want to thank you for being part of the channel. Who else? I'll go back to questions after I say hello to everybody. Cheryl, it's nice to have you here. Oh, Cheryl. Okay, I see you logged on with the wrong handle. Okay, so that's Sherry. And Kali, no wait, who else I see? Yeah, that's why Sherry, all these comments came up with your name, with your other name. There is Nico's mama. And hi Sarah, how are you? It's good to see you here. Lady Leoman is Cassie, right? Cassie, I'm pretty sure. Yep, Cassie. You guys are awesome. You guys are so awesome. Yeah, we had some technical difficulties this morning. That was my comment. Thank you for saying hello to everybody. Roll on the floor, laugh out loud. I will show them unstable. Right? I know. It's all right. I did a thing like you can. I just refresh the page, and sometimes I lose you guys, and sometimes I don't. But we got lucky tonight. So another technical Monday, Elaine's fun day. This is my fun day. I love Monday. I love being able to connect with everybody. I love getting on these live streams. My family, they're so funny. My family knows this has been going on for almost 3 years now. Just about every single Monday night. There are some glitches. Not technical glitches, but sometimes things happen that I can't be on a Monday night. Like next week, we're not going to have one. I'll tell you why in a minute. And then I lose my train of thought. This happens all the time also. Another technical Monday, Elaine. Oh, my family knows. My family knows that this goes on every Monday at the same time. Every Monday at the same time. It didn't matter when I was living in Mountain Time Zone. Now I'm in Central Time Zone. If I travel and I'm in a different time zone, it's always going to be at this time. And they never fail to text me or call me or ask if they can call me. Sorry, you're going to have to wait your turn because this is my day and this is our meeting. Let's see. That's a song. Well, I feel silly today. Oh, I did not know it was another technical Monday. It's another manic Monday. Because that's my fun day. Is that what we're talking about? That song? Yeah, I don't sing well. Who else do I have to say hello to? The best Heather B. Yes, you were new last week, and you were one of the people that I wanted to like pull a card for. And please remind me of your animal companion's name so that I will do that tonight for you. And it is great to have you back here. Thank you. And I said hello to Judy already. And that's the other thing about this community. They will welcome you back with open arms. Kai. Kai was 8 months when I renamed him. Oh, interesting. When I adopted Kai, he had a different name. Because this is your question. I felt that didn't suit him, so he became Kai. Will our soul pets answer to the names we gave them, or do they feel attached to old names? Our soul pets, sometimes they have a preference about names, but mostly they like whatever we like. Sometimes a soul pet will make a recommendation. Sometimes soul pets, like the one example I have is, I cannot remember the dog's real name, but the dog said to me, "That is not my name. My name is Good Boy." So clearly his human had so often said, "Oh, good boy, good boy, good boy." They called him Good Boy so often that that was his name. He's like, I don't recognize the name Jake. My name's not Jake, it's Good Boy. But do they prefer name? And he loved the name Good Boy. But do they have a preference for names? You don't have to worry about it. I get a sense just from Kai, and I have never even seen a picture of Kai. I don't know what Kai looks like. I don't think so. I don't think you've sent me one. I get a sense that Kai loved that name. So no, you don't ever have to worry about that. And I also renamed. My gypsy was named Bliss, and I have trouble saying the word bliss. It just doesn't roll off my tongue, and so it didn't suit her. I also thought, and she was a little vagabond, and she was from Texas, and she ended up being brought to Colorado, and now we live in Wisconsin. And I call her my little gypsy. And yeah, so I don't think that you have to worry about the name. And do they become attached to names? They become attached to your heart. They're attached to your heart. They're attached to your soul. And you could change their name right now if you chose to, and everything would still be the same. Okay, let's see. Was there a short on pockets that I missed? No, Z. No, Z. You did not miss it. You did not miss it. I'm just going to be honest. I got burned out. I started doing all these shorts for all of our animal companions, and I was doing like one a day, and then one day I just couldn't do them anymore. But I actually have pockets video, and then my phone died. My phone just went and died, and I had to get a new phone, and all of my old videos are on the old phone. But I have pockets video. And Z, for you, I will make sure that I get that short posted about pockets, so that you can see that. I even had AI make me a little. I put a picture of pockets riding in a little buggy. So anyway, I will make sure that that happens for you. Lisa, it's good to see you. Hello, hello. I meant to say hi, lady, and send a heart. Oh yeah, that's fine. We're so totally fine with like things that we misspeak or missay or whatever. We're all good here. We probably didn't do cards last week because my baby was shy. Her name is Maisie. Okay, you are not gonna believe this. I want to tell you about Maisie, your sweet cat that passed. My granddaughter's name, my oldest granddaughter, is May, and her sister, newborn, is Mia, and we say Maisie and Measy. Yeah, so it's just, I just thought that was interesting to see the name Maisie. I still think we said about Benny on our last Zoom before this one. It was just so sweet. It still makes me cry. That's the other thing when we do get together on Zooms. When we're able to get together on Zooms, we sometimes we do readings, sometimes we just talk. But I will often do like a shared group kind of thing where everybody will share something about somebody else's animal companion on the other side, because we are all able to make this connection. Every single one of us. It's not a gift reserved for the lucky few. It's not because Lucy went to the other side the day that Lucy passed. She did come to me in a dream. She passed into my heart, and that's not my magic. It's all of our magic. We all have this ability, and our soul pets are here to help us make this connection. They want us to be able to connect with them. So sometimes when we get together on the Zooms, I try to show everybody just how connected they are. And if you can't do it for your own animal companion, that's understandable, because we are so emotionally tied and emotionally vested in making the connection that we sometimes can't. We sometimes overthink it, or we sometimes become so attached to the outcome that we can't get the message. But we can do it for somebody else. It's easier to look at a photo of somebody else's animal companion and say, well, something just popped into my head, and it's a picture of a rainbow. Or I'm just making this up, but that's how it works. So thank you for your support for each other when it comes to that too. um always touches It always touches me when you share about Gary and Potato. Yeah. Yep. Anne, I don't think I said hello to you, Anne. It's good to have you here. Okay, so let's go back to the top and see if there were any other questions. And then I'm going to get started talking about things like angel numbers. So Sherry brought up angel numbers. I keep noticing car license plates. I see lots of number 3, but not 3 of them. Okay, so you rarely see 3 numbers in a row. So the 111, the 222. Today I asked Piper while driving for an angel number, and a few minutes go by and your clock reads 111. Yes, our animal companions get through to us, not just our animal companions. You can access angel numbers for any number of reasons. I first learned about angel numbers. I'm calling them angel numbers. You can call them anything you want. From a book called, I will show it to you guys. I have, uh, I share with you everything that I have learned through years of reading and studying and watching videos and following people online and taking classes and really getting a better understanding of this, because when it came about for me, it was not expected. It was not something that I sought. I didn't go after it. I didn't say, I can't wait to start a YouTube channel where we honor our soul pet. None of it. It just kind of happened. So this is one of the books that I first read, the very first book that ever got me started on my spiritual development or my psychic development. And now I teach this stuff, but it was called E Squared by Pam Grout. And it was do-it-yourself experiments, 9 do-it-yourself experiments to get you into the practice of working with your extrasensory ability. I use those terms for a reason. Extrasensory ability is simply it's your senses, but at their highest. So it's extrasensory ability means that you're using vision, you're using hearing, you're using sound, you're using all of your senses in a way that lets you receive information from outside of our physical world. Now, it's been proven again and again scientifically, and you can go read all of the papers and you can go look at all the scientific information, that we are surrounded we are surrounded by a quantum field. This quantum field is a field of energy. And it's funny that you'll see sometimes physicists, and I get this from Greg Braden, who I follow for all of his archaeology, geology, and also understanding of the quantum field. But he says it's funny to watch actual physicists say that there is a field. There's a field out there, this quantum field, and it's out there in space, maybe, this quantum field. And when we access it, it has all kinds of information, and we can access the information. And the quantum field is right here. Your heart is part of the quantum field. Your brain is part of the quantum field. You are part of the quantum field. It is something of which you are a part. We happen to exist in a part of it that is physical. So we are physical in nature. We have physical bodies. We have physical things. We have hard things. We have desks. We have chairs. We have money. We have all kinds of things. And beyond that, though, within this quantum field, our bodies are actually designed to be able to access the information that is in the quantum field. And when our soul, this is my understanding that I'm sharing with you, when our soul, which right now inhabits a physical body, and actually just a part of our soul inhabits the physical body, there is still a larger part of us that you may have heard called the higher self, that resides in this beautiful field of all things, the field of intelligence, the quantum field, whatever you want to call it. When our soul leaves the physical body, once the physical body's done and it ends, once that physical body is done, we transition into that field, and our soul, our energy, our love, all of it goes into that physical field. That's where our animal companions are residing now. Their energy, their soul, it's still right with you because the field is all around you, but you can tap into it. You can call them like close to you. They never actually leave you, but you can still have a relationship with them. It's just going to be different. It's with their spirit and with their energetic body. And I know that that's a lot to take in. It's a lot to wrap your mind around. If you'd asked me 10 years ago, if you'd told me these messages 10 years ago, I would have thought you were crazy. I would have gone, woohoo. But no, I have such a better understanding of it since my animal companions crossed to the other side. And as you know, our human companions are the same way. Our human soul companions, like my father, my mother-in-law, my husband, they are with our animal companions. All of their energy surrounds us, and we're able to tap into that. And they are now able, because the veil has gotten so thin. We started talking about this last week. Because the veil has gotten so thin, because of all of us who are awakening, who are getting a better understanding that this is not it, that a life is not finite just in the physical, that death is not the end, that it's just another chapter. And I don't mean that as a nice thought, as oh, wouldn't that be nice? No, I mean it for real. Like Lucy, Jack, and Winston have showed me, and all of your animal companions have showed me that leaving a physical body is not the end. In fact, it might just be the beginning. Like I can't even begin to imagine what it's going to be like. But between our soul pets and our human companions who are on the other side, and all of the information that has ever been thought or felt resides in this energetic field. So back to those 9 experiments. They are ways to help the beginner start to make a connection with the field and to develop an understanding that their body, mind, body, and soul is connected. And you just need to practice with it. It's just like going to the gym, or it's just like practicing the piano, or it's just like becoming a better baseball player or a better singer, a better artist. We do that through practice. And one of the best ways is to practice with repeating numbers. So you set out to look for all of your repeating numbers, and you can make a little game of it. You can say, okay, today I want to see them all. I want to see 3 1s, 3 2s, 3 3s, 3 4s. I even want to see the 3 6s, because I have to tell you, 3 6s is possibly the most underrated number, because somebody in feardom wanting us to be afraid of something that actually, I think it's a misinterpretation of language that was used in the original version of Revelations, part of the Bible. But it's not, there are no evil numbers. There are only, we can assign a number to be evil. We can assign any number that we want to be representative of evil, but that's a whole other discussion. You want to look for repeating numbers, 3 at a time, and you set that as your goal. So don't worry about anything else. This would be playtime. Playtime is, this week, I want to see them all, and I'm not going to be satisfied until I see all 3 numbers, 0 through 9. I want to see 3 zeros, 3 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, 7, 8, 9. I have to see them all. And when I originally started to practice this through reading that book, I was a little skeptical. Like, really? Like, do I really have like a connection to information that's not present with me? Do I really have the ability to manipulate that energy, or to receive that energy, or connect with that energy? I don't think so, but I'm willing to play along because I thought it sounded kind of cool. I'm willing to play along. So I started I don't have one close by. No, I don't. But I went to TJ Maxx, and I bought a bunch of these little journals. They were small. And every day I would write the date across the top, and I would write all the synchronicities. But it also became a way for me to track my angel numbers. Every time I saw an angel number, I wrote it down. But when I started playing this game, I said, I'm not going to write down more than one. I have to see them all. I don't have to see them in order, but I want to see them all. So I would write when I saw 111 and then 222, and I would write the date and the number and the date and the number. But I said, I'm not going to see 666. Not going to happen. I don't want 666. That is the number of the devil. That's before I understood what all of that meant. And So I got all the numbers, all of them, except for 666. I was like, all right, maybe I can do this. Maybe there is something to this. It might be coincidence. You might want to call it coincidence, but I'm inclined to think synchronicity. Now I know it's synchronicity, but I was driving and I was so proud of myself for getting all the numbers but six, and I was cut off in a parking lot. Somebody had whipped around in a parking lot and almost crashed into me. Came right around the corner and cut me off right in front of me. Like had to get right in front of me. Right. That's what my little human mind is thinking. You got to get right in front of me. You couldn't just wait your turn. 666 was on the license plate, and I was like, oh, okay. Is that a message I'm supposed to receive? That there aren't any bad numbers and that I should be more open to this? So then I began to play with more and more things. And I'm going to give you one more example, and the rest I will leave to you to read if you choose to, or maybe we can talk about it on another Zoom call. One of the other exercises, these are meant to help develop your, and maybe we'll talk about this. I'm going to write myself a little note here about the pineal gland and your third eye. If you want to receive your own signs and messages from your animal companion, then you play along and you play it as a game. And the other game that she suggested, the author's name is Pam Grout. I actually had a chance to meet her in Denver and actually have a glass of wine with her, and an amazing woman, had an amazing conversation. And I still can't believe that that I got to meet her. Her other exercise was different colored cars. So it's called activating your reticular activating system. It's a spot in your brain that helps you filter. So we couldn't make it through the day without filtering. There's so much information. Is so much information flying by us at all times that if we did not have a part of our brain that knew how to organize it in a way that it creates meaning for us, we would be, we'd lose our minds because we couldn't take in. In fact, that's sometimes what people suggest is the cause of mental illness, is the inability to filter, the inability to regulate that reticular activating system. But the activity was to look for a different color car. So she suggested green cars. So start your day and start to count the number of green cars that you see. And every day you're going to see more green cars. And I said, well, that exercise is too easy because I think there's green cars everywhere. And then I want to be able to prove that it's not a coincidence, that it is true synchronicity. So I said, I will only see bright yellow, vivid yellow cars. Like I pictured like Porsche. I wanted to see Corvettes, bright yellow cars. That was my thing. So I started seeing yellow school buses. Everywhere I went, I got a yellow school bus, until I said to the universe, enough with the school buses. School buses are all yellow, so that doesn't count. None of these school buses count. I need to see yellow cars and stop sending me school buses. And as soon as I said that, I turned the corner. It was a parking lot full of school buses. There had to be 100 yellow buses parked in this parking lot. And I left. Same as with the 666. It was like the universe saying to me, don't tell me what to do. And let me show you exactly how many yellow school buses I can come up with. So I would love for you guys to play with this. Why? Because it is a way to get signs and messages from our soul pets on the other side of life. They are, and there's no comment scrolling by. So God, I hope that we are still connected as I tell all these fun stories. Elaine, you mean you saw the triple number sequentially over a specific number of days? I'll come back to that question in just a second. The reason that I'm sharing exercises like this is because it's the way that we can retrain our brain. Our brain is, there's no such thing as old dog, new tricks. Old dog, all kinds of tricks. We can retrain our brain in any way we want. And you can go check out Joe Dispenza. You can go check out, God, I always forget the guy's name. Besides Greg Braden, the three of them always travel together. You guys, somebody put in the comments, you know who I'm talking about. Bruce Lipton. There it goes. Bruce Lipton, who was a teacher, who was a professor, a PhD at the University of Wisconsin, when he walked away from his professorial job because he started to prove all this stuff, and his fellow academicians, whatever you want to call them, told him he was nuts. And he said, nope, I'm not nuts. And now we know that he was right. But you can retrain your brain. You you rewire your brain so that you can actually have access to messages and signs from your animal companions on the other side. And with the veil, kind of bringing this circling back to where I started, with the veil being so thin, our animal companions on the other side of life now have the ability to get through to us. There used to be a time when they couldn't. And it's not because for lack of trying, and some people were more receptive to it than others, and some animals were better at it than others. Some people on the other side were better at it than others. But now we seem to have more ability to communicate, to actually communicate and understand that we are receiving messages. And our soul pets can do easy things. There's easy things that you can pick up, you can ask for, like Sherry did. You can ask for angel numbers. You can ask to see you can ask for a certain color. You can ask to see a rainbow. You can ask to send a message through the clouds. I haven't shared this in a while, and I'm going to have to, I haven't worn my shirt in a long time. It's a Lucy shirt. I once said to Lucy, I would love to see you in a dream. And knowing that I do this now all the time, and that I believe in all the signs and all the messages, and there isn't anything that you can tell me that I probably wouldn't be able to come up with an example for. But she didn't come to me in the dream. And I woke up and I thought, Lucy, why haven't you, where were you? Why didn't I dream of you? I set the intention before I went to sleep the way that I always do when I want to connect with you. Why wouldn't you connect with me? And did I do something wrong? Then your mind, right? Your mind starts to, did I do something wrong? Maybe this isn't real. What if I'm making all this up? All normal thoughts, all normal doubts. I said, can you show me please that this is real? And then I let it go. I just let it go. And because I keep saying to myself, I'm not doubting. I don't doubt. I believe. I believe. I walked into a Goodwill, into the thrift store. And the second I walked into the store, all the clothes were parted. There was a rack of clothes and everything was pushed aside. One shirt turned like this, Lucy, right across the front. And I was like, oh, okay, never mind. You're forgiven. Maybe you did come to me in a dream and I just didn't remember it, right? So start playing with these things, because that's the way that you receive your signs. You start to receive signs from your animal companions on the other side that lets you know you're still connected. So that's like step one, to begin to recognize the signs. And I know that our animal companions begin to send those signs the very moment that they transition. Their transition from being in the physical to the non-physical, there is no separation. And I don't want to forget that question about angel numbers. There is no separation when they leave their physical body to when they're in their non-physical body. Sometimes they don't even realize that it happened. And so that's why you may hear like a clickety click click of their nails, or you may feel their breath, or you may get a sense that they're instantly right there still with you. Their energy is so strong because they have transitioned out of the physical into the non-physical, and they don't even realize it. And then when they do realize it, they're like they step into pure positive love. The energy that they have is so powerful and so pure and so wonderful that they instantly start to send signs. We just aren't always prepared to receive them. We are in a state of grief, frequently intense grief. We are in it often have regrets. We are angry. There are denser emotions that are kind of clouding our vision. It's like putting up a little red wall and you can't see through it, because we have to just work through some of that first. And it's okay, because our animal companions don't lose patience with us, and they will try to get through to us. They'll continue trying to get through to us until we see the sign. So whether it is they can manipulate the clouds, whether they mess with the technology, whether the lights flicker, whether you hear their little nails click across the floor, whether you feel them jump on the bed, you smell something. There can be any number of ways that they start to get through to you with signs. The signs help to wake up that part of your brain that otherwise was not prepared to receive messages, because then the messages can start. And what are the messages? The messages are more than, yes, I know that you miss me. Yes, I know that you love me. Yes, I know that you still love me. They know all that. I know that they pretty much can read our mind. They know all of our secret thoughts and all of our secret desires. They know everything that's in our heart. They don't ever judge us. Ever, ever, ever do they judge us. Their love, if it was unconditional in the physical, is 100 times more unconditional in the non-physical. But what they can do now, once they get through to you, and now I see all the comments scrolling by, once they get through to you with signs, they want you to know that they are still an active part of your life. And with their energy and their gifts and their powers on the other side, they can help you. They can give you guidance. They want you to know that you are supported. They want you to know that they can co-create with you. They want to help you heal. They want to help put your heart back together. They want to be able to help you continue, because our animal companions do not want us to stop living, because they have left their physical body. And beyond that, they want us to be even better. Like, they want us to go out and live a rocking life. They want us to go. It's why, oh my gosh, all these things that start coming to me when I talk about this. It's why I'm doing this trip to Teotihuacan. For anybody who's interested in that, you let me know and I will give you more information. I am being called to lead this trip to Teotihuacan because everybody, not just my animals, but all of my humans on the other side, are saying, stop sitting back and waiting for someday. Get out there and just effing do it. Go. And so that's my little calling right now. And I want anybody who's feeling even an inkling to get in touch with me, because there's gonna be a group of us together. We're gonna come together as real people in real life, not on a Zoom call. We are going to be in real life exploring really cool places, and together, um it's going to be I just can't even. There's going to be so much, not just about the development of ourselves, but we're going to talk about all this. We are going to explore what it's like to receive messages from the other side. We're going to tap into our soul pets. We are going to talk to ancients and our ancient ancestors and aliens and animals and angels. And there's some, but anyway, that I'm way off track with that. Going back to the question about the angel numbers, I didn't need to see them in sequential order, even though now I could probably do that. I just needed to see them. So whether I saw 555 and then 999 and then 111, I just wanted to get all of them. I wanted to see 3 of each number from 0 to 9 in a period of 1 week. That was the target that I set for myself. And you can set it up even less than that. Like in the book, she suggests that you only give yourself 48 hours. 48 hours to create the thing, whatever it is that you're focused on. Okay, let's see. I talked about signs. We're going to go back to the third eye in just a minute, but let me scroll back up here and see if I've missed any really cool questions. So I'm just going to see. The magic bookshelf. Yes, Sarah. I do, and that's only like a portion of my books. There's other books that I have packed away that I just don't have the space for, because I'm a voracious reader. I usually read and listen at the same time. I'll listen to the audiobook at the same time that I'm reading the actual book. It just sinks in better. Greg Braden coming to Chicago next May. It depends what the topic is. Because I would love to meet Greg Braden. He is somebody he has very interesting thoughts about all kinds of things. His latest is about AI and being human and trading in our humanity for artificial intelligence. And he's not suggesting that we don't access it, because I think that the universe helped us develop AI as a way to have even more connection to information. But beyond that, he's talking about physically. Like, are we putting things in ourselves? Like, people get chips embedded in their hand and pieces of their, things here. Oh my goodness. I'm just going to let that call go. How you guys, I was just getting a call on my phone after I say that family and friends know that I do this Zoom, know that I do this live stream. It was my college roommate, who I haven't spoken to in 40 years, was just calling me. So, but she stopped. So maybe she didn't intend to, but anywho, um, way off traffic. Dying to know what Pockets said to Elaine. Okay. Greg Braden coming to, yeah, so we talked about Greg, but he has amazing things to say about how we awaken our body in order to connect with the field. And I think of connecting with the field as my way of connecting with anything, that I can talk directly to God, call it God, Buddha, Allah, source, the universe, the divine, whatever you want to call that. I know that I do not need an intermediary. I don't need a priest. I don't need a nun. We have a running joke about the nuns because I was raised Catholic and I went to Catholic school, and the nuns, I believe now fully and wholeheartedly that the nuns were part of my journey, and that without them, I would not be where I am now, because I would not have felt this impetus to change what I was taught. Well, I see a welcome to somebody who I don't recognize the name. Hello from Bali. Hello, Miranda. It's good. I love that you can see me in Bali. Isn't this amazing? I mean, this is amazing. We have people from all over the world on this live stream tonight. Just knocks my socks off. You are so welcome to be here. Starting to feel a bit non-qualified to be in this discussion. Nope, not at all. Please don't ever feel that way. I want everybody that I said I was going to talk about myself a little bit, and I will just give you a brief background. I was a corporate executive. I was in human resources. I have worked for super huge companies and very small family run companies, but I was a total corporate power suit, stiletto heels. I was a corporate executive. And then I slowly but surely started to, something shifted, and I can't even identify the exact time. I know when my awakening began, but I don't remember the impetus that started it. Like, I can't remember what made me think that I should even start exploring any of these things. What made me buy that book, that Pam Grout book, E Squared, the very first book I ever purchased on any of these topics. But I did. I purchased it, and I was doing it secretly, like in the closet. I was and I didn't believe any of it. I just thought it was kind of cool, and wouldn't it be neat if I could? And I wanted to manifest money. If anybody's ever like watched any of those videos, I was going to manifest $1 million. Um, I was gonna, I wanted to be this great manifester, and so that's all the videos that I would watch was like how to like reach out into the universe. I didn't call it the quantum field at the time. Like how do I, like, as Abraham Hicks says, pull the money out of the field and into my bank account. And that was my whole focus. And boy, I wish I could have looked into my crystal ball then to see where that would have led me. Just that goal leading me to what I do here. I didn't buy into any of it. I did not know that I could speak to animals. I did not know that I could speak to souls on the other side. I did not know that I was actually a co-creator with the universe. I can't even begin to say how much I didn't know, and how much I'm sure I still don't know. Yeah, every time that I think that I have like gone, I wonder if there's anything else for me to learn, I learn something else. So my goal is to share that with you. So Cassie, I think, right? I think that's right. Don't We all had to start somewhere. All of us are on different parts of the journey. And my goal would be to help you guys. If you're interested in really learning how to access the whole of your brain, which I know that I barely tapped into it, but I keep working with it. I'm here to help you. And it's books like that that'll get you started. Just looking for angel numbers. Start to look up angel numbers. Look up. Well, you can look up Pam Grout. She's really, really cool. She's a very down to earth author. I'm trying to think if there's anybody else that I would have you, whose videos I would have you watch. But in the meantime, I will teach you whatever I can. I do psychic development classes from time to time. Intro to psychic development. So nobody needs to feel, I'll get you. I'm going to show you something that I use. I use flashcards. I use flashcards to help people use their mind to read my mind. I'll put a card down and I won't even look at the card. And I will say, describe it for me. Just the first thing that comes into your mind: colors, thoughts, shapes, feelings, temperature, anything at all, whatever pops into your mind, write down one word, and then I'll show the picture of the apple. That's how basic we begin to start, because that's where we need to start. We need to start somewhere. No one ever taught us how to do this. We're not taught, and we should be taught. We should all be learning how to use this, because we could have so much better lives if we understood just how much power and how much control we had. Okay. Don't know where I was going with all that. Because I don't want you to feel like a novice. I have something similar with my late brother. His racing number was 18. Then you'll see it everywhere, right? Yes. Oh, please. We have a family number too. It's 147. It's from my uncle, and he wouldn't live in a house that didn't have the address of 147. And so it's like we send each other receipts when the place where you can see numbers, and angel numbers are an easy way to start, but if you have a lucky number or a family number or a number that meant something to someone, that's the number that you want to look for. And you can look on grocery store receipts. You can look on at the gas station when you're filling your car up. You can look for your odometer. You can look for the clock. You can look for although I mean there's some people who say, well, I could just sit and just look at the clock and wait till it went 222. You could, but you just want to look at it spontaneously. Your odometer, license plates. There are any number of places that you're going to start seeing those numbers. So yes, that's a good idea also. You can practice with a quiet mind, focus on your dog, send all your love, and listen. Okay, yeah, right. I also do a class on how to communicate. We're going to do a mini one. Let me just check the time here, 7:51. So I'm going to get to that. I want to be able to do a reading. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to do number 18 right now. And if Heather makes sense, the day after Maisie passed, I heard her meow. Yeah, yep. Not like when I dream, but you heard her inside your head. The way that we hear them, so that's clairaudience. The way that we hear them, we can actually hear them. Sometimes that doesn't happen often. Sometimes we hear whispers or snippets in the background. Sometimes we just know it. Like just heard that in my head. I've heard my father call my name, and he's not that. There's nothing around calling my name, and I don't hear like the actual. I don't hear Elaine. I hear it in my head. So those are the ways that we have clairaudience. But I want to use this book. So this is called the 333 Oracle of Heart Wisdom. And it's just, you can do this by numbers. I wanted to use this book because it has different oracle readings. And the way that I look at oracle readings are that it's a way to receive a message without interference. So you either pick a number, such as a lucky number, or I'm going to start with 18. And if there is, Heather, if there is a number that you would like me to look up, I will be happy to look that up. But then we open the book to that, and it allows our animal companion to share a message with us that we didn't make up in our mind, that we can't go, I wonder if that was just me making it up, which it isn't, by the way. Or we can just use oracle cards or a book like this. So I'm going to start with 18. I'm just going to read 18. I'm going to tell you what it says. Does it start with 18? I hope it starts. Yes, we have an 18. I'm going to read to you what the book says for 18. Now, sometimes it is a message that's meant for someone that we don't even know. I'm thinking that it's meant for whoever asked for 18 just now. But the movie's Jurassic Park and it's on one of the red Jeeps. I just watched Jurassic Park right before this live stream. Now I'm going to have to go back and look at the red Jeep. All right, let's do this. Let's do this little reading, number 18. And then I want to talk about real quick a way how you can get a message from your animal companion, and how you can make that happen. So we'll have a quick little communication training. Number 18 says, and I'll just show it to you. Oh, sorry, cameras. It shows me backwards. My view is backwards. Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Have you been too hard on yourself about some matter or another? It's time to take sanctuary in the love and comfort of your heart rather than beating yourself with the worries of the mind. The heart knows exactly how to accomplish whatever needs to happen. It possesses the will and the power to rectify what is not correct, to allow you to take your journey so you choose and starting to read too fast. It possesses the will and the power to rectify what is not correct, to allow you to take your journey as you so choose, and to soften the roughness of your demands on yourself. Then the universe will be empowered to generously mirror back such kindness. Take your mind off of things. Let spiritual grace teach you how to experience the generosity and comfort of love, so that you can feel genuinely cared for by yourself and the universe. And that is exactly how we receive messages from our animal companions on the other side. And I'm just looking to see if there is another number from Heather. What's the author of the first book? Pam Grout. I'm just going to show that to you real quick again. Pam Grout, she wrote E squared. And then she wrote a second one called E3. And when E3 came out, I said, okay, it just sounds like, how sometimes people, they have a good idea and then they beat it to death. I'm like, I don't need to read another one of these books. So I'm not going to go get that book. And then I went to the gym and I stepped on the treadmill and a giant screen came up on the treadmill that said E3. Like, oh, okay. Once again, the universe has sent me a message. I'm looking to see if Heather has sent me a number so that I could read another reading. Otherwise, I'm going to pick it. Lisa, Elaine, I was a total corporate woman too. Couldn't even imagine myself outside the corporate world. Got it. I mean, I knew everything. P&Ls. I mean, I could. So opposite now, and God has other plans. It's crazy how the universe works when we let the universe work for us. When we do step out of the way, which is part of the message I got from number 18. The way to get a message, it's so easy when we trust, and please try it. Please give it a try. It has to do with our heart. This is driving me crazy, especially with the screen being backwards. When we learn to use our heart and our brain together, it's called heart-brain coherence. And this I learned from Greg Braden and the Heart Math Institute. And it's about when we are stressed out. First of all, when we're stressed out, animals want no part of a stressed out human being. It's the last thing they want. And it's why we have behavioral issues with our animals in the physical. It's why cats pee outside the litter box. It's why dogs chew shoes. It's because we are stressed out. And I say it without judgment because coming from the corporate world, I was always a stressed out individual. When we learn to balance our heart and our mind, we do it with our breath. You focus on your breath, you take a deep breath in, and you take a slow breath out. It needs to be slower than your breath in. So if you count in for 3 and you exhale for 6, your body resets. And you do that breath until you feel yourself start to calm down. And I also like to touch my heart space when I do this. Sometimes I touch my heart space and I touch my forehead because it reminds me it's not just your brain. Specifically, it's your pineal gland. And that's at the very center of your brain. So if you were to like draw an X through across through your brain, it's going to be right in the middle. You do this breathing and you get yourself in coherence. And I also do this by one thought. Nothing is more important than my connection to Lucy at this moment in time. Insert your own pet's name. Nothing is more important at this moment in time than my connection with Pockets, with Kai, with Nico. Nothing is more important. And I focus myself on the intention that I'm able to connect with them. And when you feel that calmness settle over you, you bring to mind a memory. You can even just bring their name into your mind, but I want you to infuse it with so much love that the tears start to flow. I want you to feel so much love that your heart might not be able to hold it in anymore. When you are coherent and not stressed out and focused on your animal companion, and you then infuse that with so much love, the message comes through like that. Like it's instantaneous. And sometimes it's gentle. Sometimes it's just a feeling of relief. Like if you have been like unable to function, it's a feeling of relief. It may also be like a message. You'll get such a sensation, or you'll get chills up and down your spine, or you'll know instantly that you've connected. And then this is what I haven't talked about automatic writing in a long time. I pick up my journal. Wait, do I not have one of my Bic pens here? I always write with a Bic pen. And lately I have gotten into colored markers, but I pick up my pen, I pick up my book, and I ask, just tell me what it is you want me to know. And I start to write it. I write down whatever thoughts come into my mind. That is the message. You have to learn to trust it. I say that pretty definitively. You have to learn to trust it. And your animal companion, once it happens the first time and you understand what the feeling is, they can come back with you and connect with you again and again and again. And you can ask them anything. You can ask them for advice. you can ask them you can let them know that you had a really crappy day, and can they send you a sign so that you can feel a little bit better. You can ask them for solving a problem. You can ask them for advice, that and be prepared for them to give you that advice. I mean, sometimes you have to be willing to take that advice that they give, but they can make that connection with you. So that is one way to make a connection. We do it for each other. I can do it for you, but really, your animal companion wants to connect with you. You're their soul human as much as they are your soul pet, soul to soul connected. They want to get through to you. And I swear that's why they had me start this channel, was because they want the message to get out there that you are still connected to them. All right, I want to see. I'm going to do this. I'm just looking for. Oh, Robbie Dill's favorite number 18. That's awesome. Good, good. Pull an oracle card. Thank you, Kali. I will do that. I'm going to pull an oracle card from the sacred 11. 11 comes to you. All right, let's just see what comes out. These cards are numbered. But I love this deck called the Sacred Forest Oracle card. You'll see I have a whole, again, my camera is backwards. There's a whole group of oracle cards over there, and I have more in boxes elsewhere. Oracle cards are different than tarot. And an oracle card is not about predicting the future. It's not telling you what to avoid. It's not telling you what to do. It's nothing like that. It's nothing like looking into a crystal ball. An oracle card is a way to receive a message, insight from the universe through your soul pet, or just through the universe in general. Or if you'd like a message from your ancestors, that's fine too. I'm going to see what, okay, so I wait till a card kind of falls out. So I'm going to place that one down. And then I'll look up number 11 in the book. All right, so it's number 48. It was not number 11. Willow Spirit Flexibility, number 48. And I'm not that familiar with that card. My current dog, Leo, just gave me a sign that he's my previous dog, Simon. They will tell you that also. You can also help them. You can also ask them for assistance in guiding you to a new animal companion who should be coming into your home. There are no rules, by the way. I say that all the time. There are no rules, and you can't get it wrong. You cannot get it wrong. Number 48, flexibility. At the edge of the forest pond grows a large willow. Her branches dip lightly into the waters. As the wind rises, her elegant bows, however you say that, her elegant branches, I'll say that, sway to and fro like a mystic dancer. Her dangling leaves whisper across the water in lazy designs. The spirit of the willow says, be flexible in your life, be willing to bend rather than break, be open to change, and you will flourish in wondrous ways. So that is, that's the card that came. But now I'm going to look at number 11 in this book. I love, because you could pick all the angel numbers if you wanted to, or you could pick a lucky number like mine, 147, or we can just look up a number like 11. And 11 is rely upon inner values rather than social opinions. Interesting. Let's see what this one says. The opinions of a collective, be it a culture or another social tribe, can be so widely accepted that they are falsely recognized as being a kind of law. Oh my gosh. 100% everything that we're talking about here, because this is not trained in our culture. It's not socially acceptable to talk to animals on the other side of life. With the weight of so many in agreement, beliefs and judgments may appear to be worthy of respect. However, the number of people holding an opinion does not proportionally increase its degree of truth, wisdom, or helpfulness. That simply means just because a whole bunch of people believe it doesn't mean it's true. Often it's quite the opposite. Living an authentic life as you were born to live it will often require you to have the courage to break with societal conditioning and live according to your own inner values. Don't worry what other people are going to think or say. Trust your heart and seek your own counsel. That's number 11. Thank you, Heather. That was a really good message. I love that one. Not yet, but soon for Maisie to lead you to your next pet. You may co-create that together, and the timing will be right. You don't have to worry that you're going to miss it. You don't miss the reincarnation. You don't miss the next animal companion coming into your life. It can't be done. And when you sit with your animal companion in this space and ask for messages, I would sit with my book and I would write. I would ask them first, um, what would our next animal companion look like? What would they be like? And start to write whatever comes into your mind. And then you write, say, I've always wanted X, Y, or Z. Do you think we could? And you begin to create and craft that together. And when you're doing that, this is the more of the quantum field stuff that I really did not get too far into. We could go way down the rabbit hole for that. The quantum field is manipulated. It's energy that can be manipulated. And when you are creating, when you are thinking those thoughts and writing it on paper and even speaking the words out loud, you are imprinting that into the energetic field. So it has no choice but to show up in the way that you are creating it. Now, I love to leave room for magic. I will usually say that, but I'm happy to be surprised and delighted. Delight me with magic. I love the word delighted. I would love to be surprised and delighted. I often will include that, and because magical surprises can be fun. So then I let it go. I just let it go. If you've ever heard the analogy where you don't plant the seed and then yank it out tomorrow because the flower didn't grow yet, you got to let it grow. You got to let it nurture. Abraham Hicks does say it's as easy to create a castle as a button, but our little human brains have a way of thinking that, well, it didn't happen yet. Where's my tomatoes? They didn't grow. You just got to let it percolate and you let it go. Just let it go. And keep your heart focused on love and carrying the highest vibe that you can at any moment in time, which may not always be possible, but and that's the way that it happens. Okay. Well, have we gone way over? A little bit over. That's okay. I try to go about an hour. Sarah says, Heather, it will happen when the time is right. Yep. And divine timing is a thing. So I trust that things will happen in the time that they need to. There was, I pulled a card for someone. I don't remember. Was it, gosh, I don't remember. You guys tell me, was it for one of you guys? I pulled a card and it talked about divine timing, and it said, what if you rushed things and so you decide that you're going to travel to a new town, but the town hasn't even been built yet. You've got to give the universe some time to, especially in the physical world, for the thing to come into existence. So divine timing is a real thing. Trust it. Don't try to force it. Okay, let's see if there's anything else. Thank you, Nico's mama. I love you guys too. The feeling is mutual here. I promise you. Anything else that I'm missing? Let me know if I have missed anything at all. Can we do this with animals still alive? My boy dog often howls in the middle of his sleep. Sometimes sounds like ranting, venting, or crying. You can connect with them at any time. Yes, you can communicate with animals in the here and now. Absolutely. Frequently when they're dreaming like that, like Gypsy dreams. Gypsy is a rescue who lives with me now. She had a very traumatic puppyhood. The first year of her life was incredibly traumatic, and she is blind because of it. She has no eyes. And there are some nights she sleeps on the bed with me. There are some nights where she cries, she whimpers in her sleep. And I can tell that she might be having a memory, like a traumatic memory. I don't ask her to share that with me. She does not have to show me what it was. She does not need to remember it. That's what I tell her. You can let that memory go. You don't ever have to remember it. Mom is here for you. And I hold her and I stroke her and pet her and I let her know that everything is okay. She's safe. She's loved. I give her all of my undivided attention. And when you give your animal companion here or on the other side, your true undivided attention, you get through them every time, and you'll receive a message back. You will receive a message back. That's the way. Animal communication is so easy. We don't think it is, but it is. And you can communicate with any animal, even wildlife. You can go connect with a squirrel, with a deer, with a bird, with animals at the zoo. I love to connect with them because I want them to know that they're seen as individuals and not as entertainment. And so I will go and I will sit outside the lion den and just sit there and connect with them. When I give them my undivided attention, they see you. They see your heart. They feel your heart. They know you. That's my mini animal communication lesson. All right, guys, time to wrap it up. I hope you guys have a great week. I am going to say, next week, I'm going to be flying. So I'll be in the air on an airplane. I won't be able to have the live stream next Monday. So no live stream. That's the 24th, August 24th, no live stream, but I'll be back again the following week. And that's probably Labor Day, right? Doesn't matter. I'll still go ahead with it. Anything else that I wanted to share with you? I'm going to post more information about my retreat to Teotihuacan, because I'm calling it a spiritual journey where we're going there for so much more than just to be tourists. And I'm going to lead it. It's where I found the magic back in March that healed my heart after the loss of my husband. And I want other people to be able to feel that magic. I want you to come away. We'll be doing many teachings like this too, only in person with real practice. Yeah. All right. Among like-minded people. So I'll post more about that. Anything else? I don't think so. The next time that I have a class, I will let you guys know too, like a psychic development kind of class or an animal communication or mediumship class. Probably not till September though. It's probably not going to be till the fall. But in the meantime, have a beautiful week. I will see you all in 2 weeks. And until then, may animals light your way. Take care, everybody.